Get started. Sit it on the floor. You might want to take, if sitting like this does not feel comfortable and do not feel relaxed in this pose, please take something like maybe a pillow or any book or anything like that to elevate. Feels comfortable for you, and let's just keeping our spine nice and long. We're going to rock from one sit bone to the other, very gently rocking motion, massaging our sit bones, feeling our pelvic joints, pelvic tissues relax. Notice if you have any tension in your pelvic region. Try maybe to move your feet away from your body, or maybe bring them closer, whichever works best for you. Okay? Find your comfortable position. We'll take our right arm up and lengthen along the entire right side of our body while placing the other hand right to the side with your elbow soft, and we'll gently lengthen up with your pinky toward the ceiling, lengthening the entire side of your body. Make sure your arm is not too far back. You can see it with your eyes. If you look to the side, you're seeing your upper arm. The other elbow is kind of gently bending, and we're bending the torso to the side. Push that hand away from the floor and switch sides. Now the other side is lengthening, reaching upward through your pinky, gently and slowly bending that elbow and lengthening your entire side. And down, and again. We're not pulling our shoulders toward the ear. We're keeping our shoulder blade down, and we're lengthening with the arm. And keep breathing normally. Don't hold your breath. Breathing in into the side of your rib cage, expanding the ribs, and feeling that it gives you even more length, and bring it down. And one more time on each side. Last one. Lengthening away, shoulder blade down, your sit bones are on the floor. And release. Nice. Now we're going to, in this pattern, we're going to clasp our fingers, and we're going to bring it behind your head. Make sure it's a bit higher on the, not down where your head meets the neck. So take it a bit higher. And we're going to maintain firm pressure. You're pressing the head into your hands, and hands are pressing into your head. Okay, and make sure you're not pressing so that it, pulling your vertebrae. It's just a gentle, firm pressure. Your elbows diagonally to the side, not too far back. And from your, imagine you need to push the breastbone back, and then we are going to bring it out. Okay, not the chin to chest, but the breastbone back and breastbone out. Push it in, push it out. So we'll start with pushing the breastbone in while keeping the hands and head pressing against each other. So as you lowering your head, you would be pressing more with your hands, and now push with your head and bring that breastbone out, opening up the collarbones right here. Again, not with your chin. Your chin is following. It's not leading the motion. Again, pressing the hands against your head and sinking that breastbone so your back is slightly rounding. If you can round even more, round even more. And push that breast out, bringing the collarbone open back into the neutral position without arching your lower back. And exhale and press with your hands while still your head is pressing onto into your hands. And now head is pressing into your hands and bringing it out. Your shoulder blades are down. And increase the range of motion if you feel comfortable. And push it out. Opening up the entire front of your chest and shoulders. And down. And up. Awesome. Lower your arms. Cross with your left arm. Place it on the outside of your knee. The other hand is behind you. With this hand, you're pushing the floor to the side and away from your body. Spine is nice and long. Chin is parallel to chest. Gazing forward and switch sides. Pressing with this hand against the knee. The other hand that's on the floor, pushing the mat to the side and away from your body. Breathe into your lower ribs and breathe it out and switch. Again, the hand is firm against the knee. The other hand is pushing the floor away this direction. Breathing in to your lower ribs. And the side, a bit to the side of your ribs. And switch. Lengthening your spine. Keeping your head in line with your upper back. And one more time on each side. The hand is firm against the knee. Twisting your body gently. Not letting us to create the strain in your lower back. Please make sure you're lengthening up, reaching through the crown of your head upwards toward the ceiling. Inhale into the side ribs and the side lower ribs. And release. Great job. Now we'll jump to the quadruped position. Bringing your hands, your wrists under your armpits with your fingers spread wide apart and your knees are right under your hips. Knees out to the sides so that they are at width distance apart. And we're going to press the mat away from our body, opening up, pushing those hips back and opening up the sit bones, kind of spreading them away from each other. Open up, feel that release in your pelvic area. Pull the mat towards your body and with a straight spine, coming back to the starting position. Again, push the mat away, open up the sit bones. Move only as far as it feels comfortable and pull that mat in. Your elbows are soft. Your fingers are splayed. Push the mat away. Open up. So there's a slight forward tilt of your pelvis. And now coming back to neutral. And exhale, feel the space in between your sit bones. Pull it in. Last one. and bring it back. Now we're staying right here, but what we're going to do, we're going to move the shins out so that the feet are wider, spread wider apart from each other. So like this, okay, so that your thighs rotate a bit inward toward the midline. Okay, and we're going to go, this one's going to be a bit trickier, so you want to start with a small range of motion, just slightly feeling, oh, that feels good. If I go even farther back, it feels like I'm breaking my hips. No, we don't want to do that. So very gently back again, opening up those sit bones, and pull the mat towards your body and pushing it away. It's also got to feel comfortable in your knees. Bending your elbows slightly and pulling the mat towards your body. Your torso is one straight line. We're not rounding our spine. We're not arching it. It's nice, neutral spine. Your head is in line with your upper back. Feel a nice stretch in your hip, in your thighs. Comfortable rocking. And last one. Bringing it back to the starting position. And now we'll do the opposite without the shins. Moving in to the center. Your feet are touching each other. And we're continuing with the same rocking motion, pushing the mat away and bringing it back, not forgetting to focus on our space between the sit bones. Those are the attachment points for your pelvic floor muscles. They span the entire area in between your sit bones and attach to those sit bones. And also, if it's front to back, then the attachment points are your pubic bone and your coccyx, the tailbone. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Push that mat away. Open up those sit bones. Pull it towards your body. Your spine is nice and long. Exhale. And inhale, bring it back. You might want to choose to inhale if you're staying in this position and you feel that when you inhale, your sit bones opening up even more. Inhale right here and exhale to bring yourself back. Awesome. Couple more times. And last one. Great job. Now, try to show you what I did. So I'm taking my right knee, bending it and bringing it over, crossing the lower leg. Now we're going to rock again, just slightly, rocking motion. You won't be able to go too far in this position. So just make sure you get that loose sensation in your hips. And here, let's focus on moving forward. When you move forward, you want to feel it in the crease of your hip, the one that's forward. In my case, it's the front. In my case, this is left. So you want to feel nice, pulling, comfortable sensation in your hip crease. So you're pulling that mat towards your body and you're kind of lengthening the tailbone away from your head, lengthening the entire line, entire spine, and feeling that stretch in the hip and your outer thigh muscle, of course. Muscles, there are a lot of them, not just one. Okay, and last one. Pause and feel that stretch. And now we're going to flex our toes, push the way, and come into kind of like a downward facing dog with your knees soft. you don't want to straighten them here unless you're very flexible, but that's not the point. The focus of this move is to push the mat away and let those sit bones float into the air. Keeping your head in line with your upper back. Lower yourself down, and again, pushing your legs across. We didn't change the position of our legs. Push that mat away from your body and lower yourself down. 2 more times. Open up those sit bones, let them float up toward the sky. And bring yourself down. And last one. Awesome. Lower yourself down and come back. Leg over to the starting position. Now we're switching the legs. So we're taking our left knee, bringing it over the lower leg, the right one, and bending our knee. And again, we're starting the rocking position. Find the position of your hands where you keep a good balance, comfortable balance, and we again pushing the hips back while pushing that mat forward and focusing on your right hip, opening in the crease of your right hip, right? Okay, so back and slowly open it up. The other knee comes off the floor a bit. That's okay. Make sure not to arch your lower back. Keep it neutral. Just lengthen forward with the crown of your head. Your shoulder blades are down and away from your ears. Your elbows are soft and your fingers are splayed. Opening it up. Slowly. Don't forget to breathe. Pushing back and forward. The other knee is just slightly coming off the floor, not too much, so that you can still feel that stretch in your crease. Pull it forward. And last one. Awesome. Coming back to center. And now we're going to push the mat away, flex your toes, and we're going to float those sit bones up into the air, opening them up, widening that space, and lower your knee down. Push the mat away. And lower. Exhale. You can take one full breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Make sure your shoulder blades are down. If you push that mat away, that's what's going to happen. Your shoulder blades are going to be nice and supportive, linking into your back snugly. 2 more. Your knees are bent. Your heels are off the floor. We're focusing on pushing that mat forward and floating those sit bones up into the sky. And slowly lower it down. Nice. Now, on the floor with your legs spread apart, we go from side to side. Let's take our left heel close to your body. The left hand is on the floor, and we're going to push that knee into the floor, lift the hips off the floor, and lengthen our arm diagonally to the side. Then we're returning, touching the shin, and gently just reaching with our chest. And again, as if taking those sit bones out and away from under our body, reach gently. Again, press that knee into the floor. Hips coming forward. We're not arching our lower back, we're lengthening our body. And gently leaning toward the other leg. Again, here we're focusing on opening up that crease area in front of your hip, not arching your lower back. And with your chest. And last time. Your supporting hand is firm on the floor with your elbow soft. Awesome. Now we're going to switch sides. Right heel in. And we're gonna, again, the other hand is on the floor. That's your support. Elbow is soft. Fingers is splayed. Pushing that knee into the floor, lifting our hips, opening up the front hip area, kind of slightly rotating our rib cage toward the floor so that your lower back doesn't get strained, and lower and slightly reach opposite direction, hinging at your hips right here, okay? Only as far as it feels comfortable. Again, opening up, rotating the rib cage slightly, lengthening that arm away from your shoulder, and hinging, slight hinge to feel just nice, comfortable stretch in your lower back area. If your knee hurts, make sure maybe to bring it out a bit. That would let you, it would let you still to raise your hips, rotating slightly, lengthening and reaching away with the pinky. And down with control, hinging at your hips. 2 more times. Lengthening, opening up the front of the hip. Slowly down. And hinge. Your head is staying in line with your upper back. We're not reaching with our chin or head. We're just hinging at the hips to create a nice, comfortable stretch on the right side. In my case, it's on the right side of the lower back. And last one. Push that floor away with the hand that's on the floor. Lower down. And hinge gently forward. Nice. Now we're going to lie down on the floor. Your knees are bent. Tilt your pelvis forward and back gently. Very gentle movement. Breathing in and out. And reducing the range of motion, gradually finding that middle point, which is your neutral spine. Stopping right here. So check if your tailbone, your sacrum is on the floor, flat against the floor. Your lower ribs, the bottom ribs, are also in contact with the floor. If not, if your chest is sticking out, make sure to place some cushioning under your shoulders and under your head so that your ribs can come in contact with the floor. Lifting our knees, our legs like this with the knees bent. We'll be doing some little gentle stretch, but don't bring your knees closer to your body, to your stomach. Make sure they're away and there is that distance, 90-degree angle in between your hips. Now bringing the knees together, knees are touching, the insides of your feet touching, your shoulder blades are down. We're now moving the legs slowly to your left, and as they go lower, think of pushing the top of your shins away from your body, creating that stretch, especially the top knee. Imagine there's a string attached to the top of your shin bone and someone's pulling it away from your body. And at the same time, your left arm is pressing into the floor, and you're slowly lowering only as low as it feels under control. Your right shoulder blade just comes off the floor slightly while the other is firm on the floor. Now we're pressing that left arm and hand into the floor and slowly bringing your leg back to the starting position, checking our sacrum, checking our lower ribs, the bottom ribs, and switching direction. Now our right arm is going to press into the floor, and we're going to reach forward and away with your top shin bone. Remember, it's reaching away. I'm not placing my knees on the floor. I'm keeping them off the floor. Your right arm is pressing into the floor. The shoulder blade, right shoulder blade is in firm contact, pressing that arm into the floor and lifting your legs back up. One more time on each side. Top shin bone reaching away. Left arm is pressing into the floor and lifting it up slowly. Your neck is relaxed, your jaw is relaxed, and last one. Your top shin bone reaching away, keeping the angle fixed in between your hips and your thighs and bringing it up, pressing that arm into the... Great. Now bring your knees in and rock from side to side on your pelvic bone, ilia. Choose your own range of motion. You can make it tiny. You can make it larger. It's up to you. Just make sure it's relaxed. Placing your feet slowly on the floor, moving your feet away from each other, and gently bringing the knee in toward the midline so that your thighs and knees are touching each other. And open it up as much to the side as it feels comfortable and pleasant. And bringing the knees in, touch them and hold them, and out. And gently in and out. And in and out. So this is the last exercise of the workout. I want you to do, if you've got a couple minutes, you can either take a rolled, either some kind of a spongy ball or soft ball, not tennis ball or any hard kind of a ball, very soft. Or you can also roll the socks into a ball, a pair of socks, very thick, woolly kind. And you're going to place it right under your sacrum, right here, not your coccyx. You never place anything under your coccyx. It's for massaging purposes. You put it's right in the middle of the sacrum. You roll onto it. Find comfortable spot. And just gently to relax your pelvis, you're going to rock it forward and back a few times, And then when you're done, you will just stay right here and give it a few minutes, whatever, how much time you have, just to relax. And then maybe you can roll the ball a bit up to closer to the top, but it's gotta feel comfortable. Shouldn't feel any pain at all. If it's painful, take something even softer. Maybe you're using a hard thing, or if it doesn't let you to breathe in a relaxed way, that is definitely not the right thing for you to do at the moment. So you can just relax your tailbone, and then after you're done, you lift your hips up, you place your tailbone on the floor, and you feel that space, that spaciousness in your sacral area as it opened up. And then you can bring your knees to your chest and stretch the back of your pelvic area. Okay, so you might want to do that. And I'm slowly getting up. And just wanted to say thank you so much for joining this workout. It was a very gentle, relaxing workout. Sometimes we need those kind of workouts, right? Don't we? We shouldn't forget about them. It's not always about pushing hard and, going fast. Your body does need to let it go. Then you won't get hurt when you choose to go faster and push harder, right? Okay, thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the workout and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.